Welcome to the next episode of the Shameless Freedom Podcast. And today I want to talk about the art of receiving because as women, I don't believe that we truly understand the power of receiving. And I mean more than just a compliment that someone gives us, right? So often we deflect and we don't allow ourselves to receive. But what does receiving really mean? Like, do you allow yourself to feel any kind of compliment or accomplishment? And I want to start with yourself. When was the last time you actually gave yourself a compliment or that you were proud of yourself for something? And you allowed yourself to feel and receive how that felt in your body. I think that as a society, we focus on the outcomes and we're always striving to that next thing. We want to grow, we want to learn, we want to be better. And yet, at the same time, there's a laundry to-do list of things that we want to check off. And so often we get excited, we cross the thing off, we check it off on the list, and it feels more like a checklist than it does a heart list or a heart list of feeling. So if you had a conversation where you supported someone and you felt good about how you showed up, how often do you allow yourself to sit in that feeling? I want you to name the feeling and then rest with it. We hear all the time that we need to rest. And yes, our bodies physically need to stop going all the time. We need to chill, we need to relax, but we need to rest in the feeling, the experience of what is alive within us at any given moment. Like if your child writes you a surprise note and you're like, oh, that was really sweet. And you just smiled it off. That's like allow yourself to feel that. How often you allow yourself to receive it? Like actually even not just notice it in the moment, but to melt into it. Like I would find some different words for receiving other than because sometimes people can look at receiving as getting, right? And everybody wants to give. Like they don't want to receive. Everyone's like, oh, I want to like give, give, give. I don't want to be selfish. No, no, no. Receiving isn't about being selfish. Receiving is actually feeling and the acceptance of the experience. It's allowing yourself to soak in the feeling in your bones, to melt into the experience in your body, to almost feel like a sponge, right? Like allow yourself to think of other words that are like melting, soaking, um, just oozing it through your body. When is the last time that you allowed yourself to feel that way? And if you did, Did you allow yourself to take the time to enjoy it? Or did you rush through it? You see, this is where pleasure is powerful and comes into play. If you are going to be eating a piece of chocolate or some kind of dessert, this is where it's important to slow down. Allow yourself to enjoy, to feel, to be in the experience. You don't need 8 pieces of chocolate. You don't even need a whole chocolate cake. Usually the most pleasurable part is the first bite. Sometimes you only need 3 bites, whatever it might be, because you allowed yourself to receive the pleasure of that tasty food, of that glass of wine, of that compliment someone gave you, of that gift someone gave you. And too often we rush past this all the time. And I'll be honest, I've done it myself too. It's it's a practice that we need to put in place to allow ourselves to receive more and more. And there's nothing wrong with receiving. It's a feeling. And when you think about receiving as a feeling as opposed to getting something, think about, again, if someone gives you a compliment, it it's how it makes you feel, receiving the words and feeling those words. And here's the thing. It's actually a gift that you give to the other person by accepting and feeling that within yourself. So by not receiving fully something someone has given to you, it's actually not really complete. You're actually denying the other person the completeness of that cycle of energy. Now, hopefully, most people are not doing it in order to get the reaction from you. But if you think about that full energetic cycle of aliveness, if you think of flow, right? That's where flow really comes into play, is you have this giving end and this receiving end. And when you can continue that flow, that's when more and more and more is going to flow into your life. However, if someone gives something to you and you don't allow yourself to receive it fully, you've blocked the flow. So you may have had flow coming to you, but you blocked it and you stopped it. So how can you continue to create more flow in your life, to not just always be the one that is giving, but allow yourself to be in the energy of receiving? Because let me tell you, it is juicy. It truly is more powerful than you think. And I'm not talking about receiving just as orgasmic. Yes, that's a huge part. But just allowing your body to feel and receive, to receive touch, to receive words of affirmation, to receive acts of service, the love languages allowing yourself to receive is one of the greatest gifts that you can give to yourself and give to others. And to be honest with you, this is probably another great gift to teach your children because our kids learn from how we show up. If we show up as a drama queen and we overreact, they experience and witness and see that drama queen and then put up protectors and walls from that if they don't want to experience that, right? But if you are a parent who knows how to receive, they are going to see that. They're going to experience it. They're going to witness it. And it's going to make it easier for them to receive anything that is given to them. So, why do we not allow ourselves to receive more? Why is that? I think many of us have been, I say, brainwashed into focusing on giving. And we also have not been taught what it really means to receive. You receive. What is really happening to you? And and as I'm saying this, I'm actually getting this vision of the Catholic Church and going to communion and receiving the body and blood of Christ. Now, if I think about that, it is receiving. It is about that remembering what is that feeling that is coming into your body as you are receiving. What a great reminder. And I have to say, I don't think anybody has ever talked about receiving communion as a practice of receiving. How do you feel in your body when you are receiving communion, when we're receiving love and the gifts that God and Jesus have provided to us? You see, there are so many amazing, beautiful rituals that we have been taught for generations that have deeper meanings behind them than we have ever realized. And the more you can practice identifying a feeling, the next time someone gives you something or says a compliment, I want you to notice and just name a word, how you feel. I want you to do the same thing for yourself too. Do this as a homework assignment. Name something for yourself. If you were really proud of yourself for something, or you were happy about your book sales, or that you made some new recipe, whatever it is, right? Rather than just being excited about it, feel into it. Embody a feeling. And to know that is where you can live all of the time. How can you give more and more of that to yourself? And the body was made to receive. Our feminine body was made to receive. The reason that our body is made in the way that it is, right? Women have a vagina, men have a penis, and wow, they're giving and we're receiving, right? Like we were made to receive as women. Our bodies were made to receive physically and energetically, emotionally. And so often we don't allow ourselves the beauty of receiving and what that feels like. We push receiving away, or we don't allow ourselves to receive pleasure. Maybe we could be intimate with someone and we receive them in our body, but yet we don't receive the pleasure because we're not open to it. We're focused on the act and we're not relaxed and open in our bodies enough to actually receive. The body was made to experience so much pleasure. But it's up to us to choose if we're going to allow ourselves to experience that pleasure or if we're going to push it away. And just like with the compliment, you don't fully receive it, don't fully accept it, it stops the flow. This happens with our partners too. Now, granted, there's a give and take in a partnership, etc. But like, think about you and how you show up. If you are not allowing yourself to receive, the man can only give so much if you're not open to receiving. If you're not allowing your body to receive, if you don't know what it feels like to embody pleasure, to embody those powerful, loving, accepting, forgiving feelings, whatever they may be. And I invite you to do a little homework assignment and just notice. Don't beat yourself up, but notice where you allow yourself to receive and where you don't. Because receiving is just as much of a gift as giving. And when you receive, it allows that flow to keep going. Where are you stopping the flow? Because you are not allowing yourself to receive. If you are interested in learning more about receiving, I invite you to my 20-day womb and pelvic floor challenge, where we're going to be focusing on being in the body, allowing your body to feel, allowing your body to receive. This is a practice. It's not something that just happens overnight. It's something that you get the opportunity to experience. If you want to learn more and to be part of this 20-day challenge, I'm going to put the link at the bottom of our podcast, and I invite you to join us because it's going to be an amazing experience that we are going to have together.